Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jannika, aka Rainbow Fairy HHH. And I'm here because I have a beautiful message. I was just kind of doing a reading for myself because I was feeling all meh and down and grumpy and just like annoyed and just a little bit like demotivated. So if you are feeling any of those things or just need a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a positive sign for the day, this is it. I feel like the cards, Spirit God really came through today and gave this like beautiful reminder that I felt very called to share with you. So let's get into it. The first card that I pulled was the Eight of Stars. So this in my deck is the Eight of Pentacles. The stars, are replaced by, no, the pentacles are replaced by the stars. Yes. But the message is the same. So this is about like really cracking on with your work. And I just want to say that if you are seeing this message and if you're receiving this card, this means you have been putting in the work. You have been disciplined, you have committed yourself, and you have, what is the word I'm looking for? Not commitment, but it'll come back. It'll come back, I hope. Just like follow through. You have put in the work, and sometimes we don't give ourselves credit for that. I know I might do that sometimes, a lot of times. We might think if we don't see the reward straight away that it was our efforts were worthless, and that's not true. You are on the path to the reward, or maybe you already have been rewarded, but you are just not acknowledging it as a reward. And this corresponds with the sign of Virgo, so this beautiful energy of being of service, being meticulous, being just on point and in your integrity about doing what it is that you're here to do. And that doesn't always look socially acceptable. That doesn't always look beautiful. That doesn't always look like Instagrammable or marketingly fresh, but please know that you have taken steps. This is a sign. You have taken steps to where you want to be. Please acknowledge that. Please respect that. And just give yourself a big, big hug and a lot of love right now, because you have worked hard to be where you are today. And that's not a small thing. It takes courage to be where you are today. So I celebrate you, and I hope you celebrate yourself as well. You're a bad witch. in like a good way, you know. She's also a witch, and we can use our magic and our powers for the forces of good and for forces of evil or ego, or not that those are the same thing, but it is also good to check where the heart is in all of this hard work. Okay. So after I pulled this card, I was like, okay, great. A confirmation of an acknowledgement. Sometimes we don't get the acknowledgement or the kind of, what is the word? I'm not finding my words today. That's okay. Kind of like this affirmation, I want to say. Oh my goodness. Validation. This is validation, yes. If we don't get outside validation for our journey and for our hard work, that can sometimes kind of demotivate us. So this is also a sign to validate yourself and your work and your efforts. You have done so well. Okay, next. And the next card that I pulled for this reading is the moon. And this card talks about, this is a major arcana card, and the moon talks about our fears, the unknown, and the subconscious, kind of like the dark night sky. And it was just new moon in Aries, and woof, if you felt it, comment below, because it was intense in all the ways. And I don't know, there was just this like darkness that I was personally in, and not to, again, like polarize good and bad, dark and light, but more just to notice what was internally in those dark places within myself. But in terms of this reading, circling back, because I always like to build a little story, or it just comes naturally. But here I am putting them next to each other, so I am building. So yeah, so this and then this. Okay, so we're working hard, we're doing our thing. We are disciplined, we're committed, we are showing up for ourselves and for the world because we believe in what we do. And come the fears. Okay, what if I'm not good enough? What if this is not good enough? What if? Okay, cool. It's great that you have fear, because that means that you care about this. You wouldn't have fear or resistance if you didn't care, if you didn't love, if your heart wasn't in it. So take it as a sign that you are doing something that matters, that is important. And then one of my favorite things about the gene keys that I have studied for many years now, and work with personally, one of the phrases in that universe or guidelines, or words of wisdom really, is that fear is safe. And just maybe close your eyes for a little bit and notice how your body feels when I say that fear is safe. The fact that you have fearful thoughts, feelings, beliefs, that is safe. And personally for me, that has been a huge anchor, just something I can hold on to when things get intense and I don't know, when I just don't know. And it's just time to trust. And yeah. That being said, if you can remove, and I'm not saying that this is easy, I'm not saying that this is a little walk in the park, but if you can try to just take a look at those fears that are coming up related to your work effort, related to all this beautiful energy that you put into creating something, what if you can just look at the fears that come up from that? That for you to look at the fears does not mean that they are true. And that's a good reminder. Sometimes, at least for me, I feel like if I acknowledge the fears, that will make them true. That's not reality. I can be scared that a lion is going to eat me if I go on a safari. Random example. Oh my gosh. But first of all, the chances of that happening are very slim. And if it's not happening, then it is not true. So just have a little sit down with the fears, with the towers, and see where you're at right now. Because, and I love that this card came next. This made me so happy. And I want to share this with you. You're already getting a little sneak peek, but yes. it is the 9 of Stars. And this is all about like having created that heaven on earth for yourself through your efforts, creating this beautiful abundance. It's like this bird of paradise there. And then this woman is adorned in like gold jewelry and this beautiful orange dress. And orange corresponds with your sacral chakra, like that sexual, beautiful, creative energy, sensuality. And just acknowledging that like you've created this for yourself. And I would like to challenge you now a little bit to not think that you're here now you're facing this, and then this is awaiting. Please acknowledge that this is here now. And this is just gonna keep getting more magical and abundant and sparkly new earth vibes, stepping into this like goddess mode, honestly. And that came from you doing the hard work. You did this and you are here now. And that is not to say that like the work is done. It is not. And I just like to remind you that, you know, when we set a goal for ourselves and we reach that goal, yes, we have this period of like celebration and yay, and we did it, na, 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 na. And then quite quickly comes something else. Quite quickly, your soul, your body, your mind is like, okay, we're ready for our next adventure. And can you give that like cycle to yourself every day? Like completing something, working hard, and then enjoying the rewards every single day. It's not just like when you have published that book, or when you've, you know, made that YouTube video, or when you've hit 1 million subscribers, or when you've, you know, had your first art exhibit. That is not this. This can be right now if you look around. And I would love to invite you to just think about 3 things in your life right now that show you that this is you right now. Just 3 things. And even better if you can speak them out loud. Right now, I'll give you a little moment. Yes, if you need more time, pause and get back. Do whatever you need to do. But know that I see you and I recognize you, and I congratulate you for coming this far, and also for being able to celebrate those small wins. You know, in a society where we're told that like if you're not a millionaire, you're not successful. That's not true. Success is something that we are instinctively, and that we can grow. So yeah, I invite you to be in your superstar goddess energy today and just notice all the blessings that are already in your life, and then keep showing up, because there's so much more awaiting for you. All right. Love you so much. I will see you next time. If you like this video and if you like this message, if it resonated, please subscribe and like, and I would love to see you again in another video. Soon. I have taken a break. So yeah, this was a great reminder for me as well. Just get back on that horse and keep going. It's all gonna be great. Love you. Bye.